guys. We're going to try to redo this today. Had a couple of technical difficulties yesterday, which was probably my fault. But we have reached out to try again today. So I'm going to get pulled up here so I can see your all's questions. Yesterday I couldn't see the questions, and it was just a mess, man. So now I think I've got this figured out where we're going to be able to see questions, and I've got the audio lined out to where all should be well today. Perfect. So the light came up. Got 17 people on now. I think we're good to go. And awesome. So first off, I want to apologize for all of the problems yesterday. Hopefully I've got that taken care of now. So it's Friday. Thank goodness. We're glad it's Friday. We wanted to talk to you first off. If you were in here yesterday, we talked about what we had going on, some of the new lines and stuff that we've launched. We've got a few we have a few new lines that are up on our eBay and Amazon sites. We have got Whirly Fab up right now. Anarchy, I talked about this last week, is up as well on auction sites, so check those out. We also have GNR Diesel that has made it up onto auction sites. We're not doing any additions to the website itself right now, so if you see a product on one of the auction sites and you want to give us a call and talk about it, please feel free to do so. Judgment Day. If everybody knows, our Judgment Day is going to be on October the 7th. We get a lot of questions about classes, so I'm going to talk about classes a little bit today. Our classes in Judgment Day are going to be a work stock, a 2-6 class, and an unlimited class. Unlimited is just that. It's unlimited. It's run what you brung. Spray, compounds, singles, twins, triples, whatever you want to bring, we can run it. No problem. 2.6 class is 2.6 inducer on your turbo. So that's going to be right at a 64 mil charger. We do have a plug for that, so we'll be able to take you out. We've got full tech staff on site in the morning, so they'll get you taken care of. Our stock class is going to be just that. It's going to be stock turbo, or what we call stock appearing turbocharger. Most of those turbos are going to be probably going to have a wicked wheel in them or something like that, a light modification, but it has to be a stock appearing charger that is the correct charger that came on the truck for the year. But yeah, that's it. So Judgment Day, and if you got any questions on Judgment Day or what class you're going to be in, please feel free to give us a call on that too. So I'm going to start answering questions. Looks like TJ Waters, 05 LLY vane position sensor fluctuates from 100 to 0 if I have to start the truck up after it's warm. Sticky vanes, TJ, it just depends on what you've got going on there. If it is at idle and you're seeing that kind of a fluctuation, then yes, it's going to be, you're going to have a fluctuation as the engine comes up to operating temperature of the mornings, especially when it's cold. But if it's 0, 100, 0, 100, 0, 100, and it's not very consistent, then you definitely could have something going on in either your actuator or your vane position sensor. So, man, want to check it out. CJ, what's up, brother? What is up, man? Miles, I see you out there. You just joined on. Hello, Mac. All right. Nick Burnett, 04.5 Cummins. I installed new injectors and feed tubes in a Smarty all at the same time. Now when I drive, my grid heater comes on while I'm driving and dings 9 to 10 times. I have tried all different modes on Smarty Junior and uninstalled it and still have the same problem. Nick, there's something that has to do with the Smarty and one of the older cow flashes for that year truck. If you call me, I can dig into that just a little bit deeper and get the information on it. I think that what we'd have to do is send you a different cow flash that you can download via your Smarty and should take care of the problem. I have run into this a couple of times. I think I can help you out, man. What's up, homie? Joe Martin, without fully building a 48RE transmission, how much could I regularly and reliably put through it, and what minor upgrades? Joe, we get that question all the time, man. And again, it's beating a dead horse on this. It really just depends on your driving style. You can have a 600 and 700 horsepower truck and have something as light a modification as torque converter and a good valve body, and the transmission may last you the rest of its life as long as you change the fluids regularly and change your filter regularly and drive it like you've got some sense. If you drive it like an idiot, you're going to tear up a transmission. You can tear up a fully built comp transmission that's billet shafts from front to back. So it just depends on how you drive it, man. Light modifications are valve body upgrade, making sure that you've got everything done to the valve body, that you're getting correct line pressure so you're able to hold the power that you've got. I definitely always suggest people do a valve body upgrade when they do a torque converter, because you don't want to increase your rotating mass inside the torque converter without supporting it inside the valve body. So that's definitely what you're going to want to do, man. Nick Burnett, I'll call out Q&A. Yeah, no problem. That's fine, Nick. I'll be glad to help you out. I'll be back about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, what about a 64 mil turbo? There's my boy Josh Wesley. Hello, Josh. What about a 64 mil turbo that appears to be OEM, work stock, or 2.6? Okay, again, that's going to be what we're considered. If that is in a stock Garrett housing, Josh, that is going to be that frame turbo for that truck, then that's going to be stock class, man. All right. Jesse Liggett. Hello, Jesse. I saw your little girl on Thursday. She looks great, man. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hello, Barry. GDP is in the house today. Adam Rollins. 04 Cummins. Occasionally a horn will blow on it. Will not start back if turned off after roll started. Any input. Adam, sounds like you got something crazy going on. I would check in the power distribution. Start out in the power distribution center, man. Probably got something down there that's crossed up or something, man. Check your power distribution center, which is going to be your fuse block underneath the hood, brother. Jeremy Branham, 03 Cummins. I think my ECM is bad. Can I find a used ECM from a junkyard and try to see if it works, or does it need flash program? Yeah, absolutely. If it's the same year and same transmission as your truck, should drop in, shouldn't have a problem. Where that gets screwy is in the older trucks, especially, and it gets screwy is if you put an automatic transmission ECM in a truck that's a standard transmission. You may get the truck thinking that it's an automatic and so on, just all kinds of kooky stuff. So try to figure out, get the right year model truck, the right transmission truck. ECM should drop in and it should be okay. Garth Sanders, I got a 95.73. I put a HD Luke clutch in, and 3,000 miles, she's toast. I need a beast of a clutch. Garth, I would suggest probably doing a street dual disc. Give us a call. We can help you out. We carry South Bend and Flair both. We can get you in a good clutch, man. No problem. Brandon Lee, 2013 Cummins with a manual. I'm looking to get a fast lift pump, stock motor and fuel, but I'd like to get the higher end one and be able to grow into it. Which gallon per hour would you recommend? Brandon, they're switching over to 165 gallon per hour from the 150. The 150 was a 165, capable of 165 gallon per hour in the fastest. I would definitely suggest going with that. I don't know what your horsepower goals are, but 165 gallon per hour is probably going to hold you up to 800 horsepower. So should be plenty enough for you, man. Go with that. Not going to hurt anything on a stock truck either, so you don't have to worry with that. There's my buddy Sam Hicks. Sam Hicks says, what is the best tuner that has a dial to tune on the go for 6.7 Cummins? You're not going to get better than EFI Live, man, really. In my opinion, obviously as well you have out there EasyLink. EasyLink is good too. It just depends on what you're going. If you're needing quite a bit of adjustment done to your truck, custom tuning, Sam, you're probably going to want to try to stay in the EFI Live. Other people have different opinions on that, but the EFI Live, it's just going to be easier for you to go back and forth with your tuner to get that done. Banks MX 076.0, 280K on the clock. EGR delete since new, no studs or head gasket. Seems like starting in the morning seems to be getting longer, about 5 seconds longer. Does this normal? No tuner. You're going to want to check your glow plug actuation banks, and you're also going to want to check your fuel pressure on that and make sure that you're getting power over to your glow plugs. Check both of the relays on there. And make sure you're getting power where you're supposed to, man. Hello, Trev. Hello, Nathan. I see you over there in Tyler, too, man. Hello, boys. Jason Blair. Hey, Wade. Glad you're back. I have a 2000 Dodge. Hey, appreciate that, Jason. You get reading on this, and I don't know what you're saying here, man. I have a 2000 Dodge Ram Cummins. Trans is kicking in and out of lockup like it's retarded. No codes. 47 RE trans. It likes to do it when you're just cruising around town between 45 and 55 miles per hour. After you hit 60 miles per hour, it stays in lockup. No problem. Jason, the first thing that I want to do is make sure that you get all of the TCM noise out of there, or the throttle position noise out of there. We have a throttle position grounding conditioner that's going to keep that noise, that electronic noise, from going into the ECM. That sometimes we see that lock up, lock in, out going. We'll try that first on it, man, and then we can just check and see what your line pressures are while you're cruising to kind of give you a better idea of what's going on. There's Chris Shear. Chris, I'm glad that you joined the chat today. That way you won't call me and ask me a question right here in the middle of all this. But thank you for joining, Chris. So yeah, absolutely. Glow plug set on one. All right, so you probably got a glow plug thing going on, man. Make sure that you're getting power to the glow plugs as a whole. Start out on the relay, or not the relay, but the solenoid. Make sure you're getting power into the heads there. Start with that first. Will Sunday, good morning, Will. Looking to get better mob guys on a 16 2500 Cummins. A lot of different options out there for you on that, man. You can do something as light as just an air intake. It's going to get you a little bit more efficiency. You can also do full-on tuning and whatnot. We have tons and tons and tons of different different options on that, man. Will, you glad to call us and give us a shout, man. Sam Hicks, Dream Truck, 72 Chevrolet, man. I know it's not a diesel, but 72 Chevrolet, 3/4 ton with a 400 small block in it, camper special. That'd be my dream truck. Rob, hello, Rob. How are you, man? Thoroughbred Deal says, stop hitting the desk, you silver-headed Neanderthal. That's exactly right. I am a knuckle dragger, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Plus, I have OCD, and I'm all the time beating and banging around. But thank you for the Neanderthal comment. So, yeah. So what did I do today? Here's what Wade did. So, today, I am the king of eBay and Craigslist finds. I'm also a steel aficionado, so I found a genuine, probably early 80s steel hedge trimmer, West German tags on it. Got this from some cat on eBay that didn't answer any of my communications, which pissed me off, so I gave him the neutral rate. And if you're watching this right now, forget you. Got a scored cylinder wall in it. Probably going to have to put a piston and cylinder kit in it. But I got another hedge trimmer that makes 3 steel hedge trimmers for me. I don't know if there's a record, but I hope I've set it. All right. What gun is in the background, Daniel? That is a... actually, you know what? It is a N.R. Davis and Sons. This is our owner, Dennis's. He's actually putting this gun, using the parts from this gun to put that gun back together, which was his grandfather's hunting gun. So we're working on that right now. The gun pile in the back of my office is really just people. I'm not a gunsmith, but people bring me guns all the time. 99% of gunsmithing is cleaning guns, and you'll learn that. This one is actually mine. This is a muzzleloading 12-gauge shotgun. I hope to have this one finished by next year's turkey season, because I would really like to smoke a gobbler with a smoke pole. So, absolutely. Let's go fishing, Miles. Take care, man. I'm ready, brother, anytime. Anyway, around the California band. I live at elevation where there is no smog. Eric, I don't think so, man. Hello, Sterling. Good morning. Hello, Grimmy. I see you out there, Grimmy. Buddy, I don't know that much about California. I don't know what all goes into that. I don't think it's something that you want to even mess with from what I hear. William Hondo. I have a stock 9924 valve and just has an air filter, but recently brought the ATS boost fluid edge orifice elbow. Now when I go full throttle, I check engine light and it goes off after a couple minutes. William, I really need to know what the check engine light's for. I'd really need to know what the code is, man. Rob Hartman, on Judgment Day, will stock appearing turbos be able to run stock class? Yes, and that's how the rules are explained. It has to be within reason, though, Rob. It cannot be a stock appearing turbo as in a Holset 85 on a, and it's not that. It has got to be a stock appearing and the stock frame turbo that came on that year truck. Grimmy, I'll come get him anytime you need me to. Wait and guess. I would like a smoky tune with a smoke pole. Comment of the week. Sorry, man. I just want to smoke turkeys. That's all I want to do. Daniel Barnhart, 2008 Duramax. Thoughts in general. LMM is a great motor. Step one is get an aftermarket lift pump on it. So you're saving on your injectors and do a race valve in it. Probably going to be the best thing for you. Hello, Joey Spalding. I see you out there, brother. Joe Martin, why do some people preach against the upgraded air intake system, that they're not worth the money, blah, blah, blah? Okay, air intakes in general, the good thing about air intakes, and no one really talks about this, is you're getting with most of these air intake kits, you're getting a lifetime filter. So you're saving money by that. Say changing the air filter in your truck anywhere from $25 to $55 on some of these newer trucks. You get a lifetime filter with most air intake kits right now. You take it out, you clean it, you put it back in, you keep on driving down the road. It's got most of them have a lifetime warranty on them. They can be replaced at any time. That's one thing that nobody ever takes into account. It's the money that you're going to save by going into an air intake. Number two, you're getting more flow out of an air intake in some cases than you will out of your stock box. That's going to get you quicker turbo spool up, and it's going to make the truck a little bit more efficient. The problem with performance upgrades today is everybody wants the same bang for their buck that they get like they get when they get a tuner. When you get a tuner, you're usually getting a bunch of more miles a gallon, a few or a bunch, just depending on the condition of your truck. And that sets the bar, and that's what everybody wants. Then they put an exhaust on their truck. They want that. You don't get that. These are the supporting cast for your tuner. So you have to look at the area intake as such. So it's helping you with a lot of different things. It's not just giving you that seat of the pants, 5 more miles to the gallon. You have to look at the big picture there, Joe. So make sure I have not missed anybody here. I think I've got it. Jack Billman, any way to change the shift points on a 015 6.7 trans without dumping a pile of money in them? Truck is always chugging along at 6 gear at 40 mile per hour. Jack, we do have transmission tuning in a couple of different platforms that we can totally help you with on that. Get in touch with us, and one of the sales guys will get you taken care of for sure. I wanted to make sure that I showed all of we've got a new we're working with a new company on an EGR, a new upgraded EGR. This is going to be called a Grizzly Air EGR with welded tubes inside of this. This comes with all of the necessary kit, the necessary gaskets to install, hopefully to have that up soon on the auction sites. It's going to be a great price product, no core on it. I'm working on getting some pictures took and get that up on the website. Grizzly Air is going to be the brand that it is under. Jack, you're welcome, sir. The phone was ringing. I had to check that, figure out who in the world's calling me. Nobody wants an EGR. Todd, I agree. You damn right. Nobody wants an EGR, but some fellas, they got to keep the EGR, so we got to take care of those guys too, you know. Yeah, big weekend for the Cats this weekend. I don't know if anybody got to see my shots to you South Carolina fans out there, but you South Carolina fans, Kentucky is coming down to Columbia for a big game for you guys. We've kicked your butts the last 3 years. It's going to be tough this time for us. We've got a couple of unanswered questions with the football team. We hope to have a good product on the field for you guys and hopefully take that 4th win down there. So, Kentucky needs it, man. Shout out from Ohio. Hello, Mr. Shaw. How are you, sir? Shout out to Ohio today. Adam, what else is going on? Sterling, while you're watching, man, so I can show you this on live television, about the flange on this. See, that's beveled when it goes in there. It needs to be straight. Then it'll match up to turbo. But I haven't forgot about you. I will go out and take that picture today. I promise you, man. All right, here's that. I showed you all my hedge trimmer. Pro, con on deleting the truck. Mostly pros. TJ Water, EGR delete for 05 LLY recommendations. Off-road use only. Absolutely, Mr. Waters. I completely understand. All of the EGR deletes for the LLYs are good. The reason being is because it's a pretty simplistic EGR delete. You want to make sure that you concentrate on something that is going to take care of stabilizing the up pipe, whatever you choose. So make sure that you look into that, because you don't want the up pipe still being able to walk around in there, because you're going to blow out another bellow, or change out the LLY up pipe to the LB7 style. Trust me, you will thank me for that one. Brandon Milner. A lot of people say that the PCV reroute is so important for turbo life. Is this as important as people make it out to be or not? 06 LBZ. I don't believe that the PCV reroute is going to do anything to lengthen the life of the turbo. I do not believe that, because let's face it, oil saturation on any rotating part is not going to be a bad thing. Now, the part about that is you've got all of this oily shit everywhere all the time with positive crankcase ventilation. Some people don't like that. If you're in the truck all the time, if you're constantly tinkering with it, so on, you're tired of dealing with that oil residue anyway, that's when I suggest you do a PCV reroute. If you're okay with that, you're not in the truck that much, PCV is really not hurting anything. It's just making everything oily all the time. So that's a judgment call, Brandon. Obviously these are all off-road scenarios that I'm giving you, but for sure. It depends on what you're gonna what's gonna be suits you best if you're working on the truck so much. So, Michael Tays, what to do after replacing the brake booster and brake has no pressure? 05 LLY. Are you not getting in, Michael? Are you not getting any Are you not getting any pressure to the brake fluid down the lines? And what was your original reason for changing the brake booster? That's an odd one there, man. You could still have a collapsed line somewhere that's not allowing fluid delivery anywhere else in the truck. I fought that before. That might be something you're going to want to run into. You're going to want to check out, man. I run 200 miles or so every day. That's a pretty good commute there, Brandon. So yeah, you're probably getting a lot of oil residue, and I'm sure you're tired of it. So, 04.5 Dodge. After installing Smarty, I realized I had a PO 628 code, low voltage at the lift pump. I have a fast on the truck. Is there a way to make it so that I do not throw that code? And Nick, if you have unhooked your stock lift pump and then you have put the fast in at a key on power source and left that end for your stock lift pump, you're going to continue to have this code. If you will roll that power over to that lift pump drop, which is what I'm thinking that you've got, and use that as your key on power source and let it be ECM commanded, the code will go away for sure. Yeah, David Barnhart, you're exactly. Brake booster probably wasn't your problem. Yes, that's right. It was lean power steering fluid, but brakes were fine, so I replaced the booster and now no brake pressure. As just the booster goes, man, it sounds like you haven't probably got the master cylinder bench bled correctly. That's going to be my first guess at it. Michael, did you bench bleed it before you put it on the truck? That's an odd one again, man. But yeah, keep throwing back ideas at us, and hopefully we can help you work through it for sure. So yeah, that's it. But bench bleeding is going to be definitely going to be important in that, because as far as your booster goes, I think that on the Duramaxes, and you guys can shoot me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that the master cylinder booster is all in one unit. I'm sure that you replaced all of them there at the same time. Spencer Brown, I knew as soon as I saw your question, Spencer, I could see the CCs in it. Looking at Swamp's Hybrid, 200cc 30s over for my 2000 7.3. Only mods are BD thruster, 2 cold air, and straight exhaust. Truck will be pulling 15,000 pounds and would like to maintain drivability. Thoughts on the injectors for my application will help fuel mileage when set up right. Yeah, 30 over injectors on that body I think is going to be awesome. You're definitely going to probably want to work inside of some sort of a tuner that you can get the most out of the duration that you're going to need for that size of injector. If you want to reach out to us, Spencer, I can help you, hook you up with maybe somebody that can help you with some custom tuning on that. No, I wasn't aware that bench bleeding master cylinder replacing. Yes, you have to bench bleed a master cylinder before it goes back into the truck, because the assembly has to be bled before it is attached to the lines. That's going to get you that much farther along in getting the lines bred. A lot of aftermarket boosters, you have to swap master cylinder, push rod from old unit. Yes, you're exactly right. Yes, I just replaced the booster. Michael, again, that goes back to, if you just replace the booster and you used your master cylinder back on it, you're still going to have to get a bench bleed there. You're still going to have that bench bled before you reassemble everything, and that's going to give you that much farther in to get your fluid out. And how are you bleeding too? Are you bleeding with just the normal pump, crack the line? So tell us more about your bleeding procedure. The 230s will help the truck run a lot better. Make sure you run Swamp's tunes in it. Yeah, there you go. Jonathan Tunes on point. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan's good tuning too, for sure. Would purchase the TS from Swamps with their tunes. Currently have just the generic 6 position. Absolutely. And Spencer, I can help you out if you decide to go that way. I have other tuners I can help you with. Scotty told you right. Jonathan's tunes are amazing. Dyno proven. You can totally reach out to those guys, or something I can help you with too. All right. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Yeah, we're good. So, if anybody wants to talk a little hunting, all seasons are in right now. September, you got your early goose season that's in, dove season is in, wood ducks coming in for this weekend. So, okay, thanks, y'all. Try that, just cracking the brake lines and pumping the brakes. So, Michael, make sure you're doing that right for sure. Pump your brakes up, hold it. Tell somebody to open the valve, close the valve while your foot is on the brake, pump, hold, open, close, pump again. So make sure you're doing that in the right sequence for sure too. Brandon Watt, I have a 2001 Dodge 5.9 Cummins. Thoughts on doing away with the drive shaft carrier bearing or just use one-piece drive shaft instead of a two-piece? Where's my hat at? Go Vols. Jonathan, if you didn't get it, Adam, see Jonathan there? We need to get him a hat because last week he had the best comments, so we got a hat. Go Cats. Brandon, that was a good question. I maybe talked about that last week too. It's going to depend on the length of the drive shaft. If you can find a drive shaft builder that will build you a drive shaft, that's going to be that length that's in steel. If you can do it and you can find a man to do it for you, and he can guarantee you that length of drive shaft will hold its integrity, then for sure you can go that way. Good drive shaft builders should be able to build you a drive shaft as well that's phased correctly, balanced correctly, and everything's correct with a mid shaft with a mid shaft bearing in it. That's going to be amazing too. I've got a great setup in my Duramaxes. You have to have a good builder to be able to do that. Everything's got to be balanced right. Scotty, I missed dove season during Hurricane R, South Texas. Gosh, dog, I'm glad you're all right, man. I'm from North Carolina. We had a jam-up field set up. Didn't get to make the trip due to flooding. My family ended up killing a mess of birds. I hate to miss it. The way it is here, too, man. We, Dennis and I have a field, probably 15 acres out of milo and sunflowers. Just didn't get the sunflowers out. It's fast enough. It was wet. We had a problem getting a drill. So our sunflowers are still holding seed. They're not ripe yet. So everybody else is shooting. We're not getting to shoot. It's driving us crazy. You're very welcome, Brandon. I hope I helped you, man. But yeah. Down here, we grow a lot of hemp. They grow a lot of hemp in this country. The doves love hemp. If you've got hemp and you've got sunflowers, the doves will fly right over the sunflowers to get to the hemp. So it is problematic for us around here, especially in your field position. So you got to make sure you get your field away from all your neighbors that are growing the hemp crops, unless you want to run around and get high. But you can't get high off the hemp because it's not the right stuff. So good little tidbit of information there. What else? Trying to think if I've got anything else going on this week. Really just next week is probably crunch time as far as dyno day goes. We're going to be doing a lot of cleaning. So if any of you all call for me next week and I'm hard to get a hold of, probably because I'm going to be Seashaw. That's exactly right. You be doing me. Brandon Collins. Hello, Brandon. Yeah, no, it's next week is probably going to be all clean day. So if you guys got any questions on anything, if you got any questions on dyno day or anything, we'll be glad to help you. Thank you all for watching today. Sam, I am a Remington man. I don't care how cheap everybody thinks Remington is. I'm a Remington man till the day I die. I am the first one in the field. A gun might blow up on me, but I'll put the damn thing back together, brother. So thank you for asking me. If you guys need anything, give us a call. Sorry about all the troubles on yesterday. If y'all need anything, give us a call. See you later. Bye, Wade. 1187. That a boy, Scott.